Without work. Would you? So you'll come to my job and do it?
Watch on every play, finishes it off with a touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Reed Blankenship. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Hassan Reddick providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given any. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
52. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they get him down the 9 before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 21-0 our score after 1.
Hey, report! Report!
Jackson on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. Jackson now. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection.
And the pressure gets to him again. Chase Young in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up the 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. From the gun, they'll try to run it, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1. In trouble, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. They snap it to Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Now Jackson on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Hassan Reddick, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes...
Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. The big fella. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and it's 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head in the other direction.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He's going to air one out. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To try again after the sack. Herbert under pressure. They got him again. Hassan Reddick in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So first and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This time Jackson will throw it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of Henry here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Herbert. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 4th down, Herbert. And he finds McLaurin. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd down and goal. Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nick Benito. And the Commanders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked up.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. After the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Juju Smith-Schuster from 6 yards away. And the Commanders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. To try here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Eagles 37, Commanders 9. Matthew Wright set to kick off.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now this throw caught left side. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
point after, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Herbert. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the... And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick slant, Dotson. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Eagles, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.